walk-in cooler cold box. Hey Bear Box subscribers, this is Nicole and Chris Smith, co-owners of South Lake Brewing Company. You are sitting in our walk-in cooler with us, and we are going to go through the 4 beers that are included in this month's Bear Box, March 2021. Welcome. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the 4 beers that are in this month's box. The first one off is Sierra Oro. It's our Mexican-inspired lager. Sierra Oro, or Gold Mountain, is just a perfect crushable beer for the beach.
Yeah, and if you can't make it to the beach right now, since it's a little chilly out, then it's perfect for after a hike, day on the slopes. Really, this is made to just be that beer that you enjoy with friends. It's brewed with German malts, specifically Vienna, which gives it a little bit more of that rich color for that Sierra Gold. And then brewed with flaked maize, aka corn, to really give it that kind of Mexican-inspired lager taste. Then we hop it with a little bit of Motueka hops, a New Zealand varietal that's very lemon lime zest. Give it that little citrus, so it's just like having your little squeeze of lime in there without actually needing it.
Cheers.
Cheers. So straight up, it smells nice and malty, not overpowering.
Like tortillas.
Like nice tortillas, fresh baked. That's really the corn and that Vienna malt coming out, a little richness to it. You get a little bit of that lime zest at the back end, keep it really refreshing. We try to make this one a little bit more bitter and crisp than your typical German / Mexican lager. Just from our style, we just wanted it really drinkable and refreshing and not taste too flabby, kind of like the kind of more domestic versions of Mexican lager.
This is the second time we've ever canned this beer, and it's definitely a fan favorite. It will return, but for now, it's just in time for spring break.
All right, up next is our Pico Pils. This is our Italian-style Pilsner. Nicole's going to tell you a little bit more about the beer while I pour it.
Yeah, Pico means peak in Italian, and this was the first time we've ever brewed and created this Pilsner before. It was inspired by our head brewer Nolan, who really wanted to make an Italian-style Pilsner. Cheers.
Yeah. Got a little crazy with the pour. So what makes an Italian-style Pilsner different than other Pilsners is really it's a little softer than our German Pilsner. And then also it's dry hopped with a little bit of hops at the back end just to give it a little bit more aromatics. It is still assertively bitter, refreshing, crisp, brewed with heirloom barley from Europe, just to try to tie it all in with continental Europe. And then we used Saphir and Tettnang hops, super floral, a little bit of herbal spice character to it, all while having a little undertone of citrus. Just smells really refreshing, almost fresh cut grass. Definitely can smell it from farther away than your typical German Pilsner.
It's just extremely crushable.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, this beer was made just for the tailgating after a sick day on the slopes. So enjoy.
Okay, so next up is our Questing Hazy IPA series. This is the Questing Citra. It has only Citra hops in it. And over the years, we've been on a brewing quest in order to find the best single hop variety to put into our Questing IPA series. So this one is a huge fan favorite, and we made sure that it was included in this month's box, and then Chris will tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, so Questing Citra is just one of our favorite hazy beers that we make. Start off with the base of English Maris Otter, which gives it kind of like this nice dark orange golden hue. It also gives it a little touch of sweetness, along with all the flaked oats we throw in the mash just to really round out the mouthfeel. And then we use Citra all throughout. We give it a double dry hop, and it's just all to figure out how good Citra is by itself. So on the nose, it's like this nice light citrus. It's not overpowering, but it's a bunch of stone fruit, really soft tropical notes to it. And then when you drink it, it's just like really soft on the palate. A little bit of like ruby red grapefruit, mango, tangelo, and it's just like all the good juicy qualities without being overly bitter or astringent. And then that just flaked oats give it that luscious mouthfeel that lasts forever.
Definitely. And then real quick, what other beers of ours does include Citra hops?
So Citra can be found in a few of our different ones, but mainly a little bit in our Angora IPA. So it's an unfiltered West Coast. Definitely has tropical vibes, but a lot of the pine needle and stark citrus fruit flavors. So that one's a little bit different on the other side of the spectrum from this one.
But when it's just by itself, it like really shines.
Yeah, super juicy, super tropical.
Cool. Last up in the lineup is Gabriel Shark Double Dry Hopped West Coast Style IPA. It's our first collaboration brew with our favorite brewery in Santa Cruz, Humble Sea. When Chris and Nick were brewing this beer, they wanted to come up with a clever name that merged our two brands together, and so we came up with Gabriel Shark. It's a spin-off of Baby Shark, the most annoying children's song ever on YouTube, and the term gaper, and you'll just have to Google that one.
Yeah, so Gabriel Shark was brewed with just really basic 2-row and then flaked rice, actually, to make the lightest bodied beer we could. Just really get everything out of the way for the hops. And then the beer was double dry hopped, so basically we go in, do our normal dry hopping, rouse all the hops in there so we can extract as much flavor as possible. Then once those settle out at the bottom of the tank, we dump them, and then we do the same thing over again. So trying to maximize flavor and aroma on this beer. This was hopped with Eldorado, Strata, and Rowaka hops. Both Strata and Rowaka hops. This is the first time we've ever used them. So really fun to utilize those both in the kettle and in the tank for dry hopping. So right off the bat, it's like nice citrus, kind of like dank pine, but there's kind of like this sharp tropical note in the aroma. And it's just got this nice clean, assertive bitterness, along with like fruity pebble flavor. I get kiwi and pineapple and kind of like tropical fruit candy, and then there's like this like dank pine at the end.
Yeah, a ton of bitterness at the end, but like in a good way.
Yeah, a little bit of ganja at the back end, but just clean and crisp, and that's what we're going for. So it just makes you keep on
clear,
wanting to drink it. And yeah, this is a killer beer for just getting the kooks and the gapers together. Cheers.
Cheers. That concludes our March 2021 Bear Box tasting video. Keep on subscribing, send us some love, and comment below this YouTube video on what location you want to see us do the April tasting video. Whether it be in the walk-in cooler again, or outside in the Tahoe forest, or wherever, comment below. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you next month.
Cheers.
Cheers.